So I mentioned this a couple of different places and a couple different times, but I got the job, so yay. And I'm sure some people are like, what job? I'm confused. What's going on? What happened? Is it good? Is this a good thing? It's a good thing. Don't worry. And to give some backstory, the law firm is, I worked the summer with them as a temp legal assistant. And it's a law firm that my sister's been working there for 10 years, and my mom has been working there for close to 35 years now. And they started as legal assistants, and now they're both currently paralegals. And I essentially worked there as a temp legal assistant because the girl before me, she gave 1 week notice. You know how you normally give two? Like your 2 weeks notice? Or if you're really nice, you give more, especially if you know your job is hard to, sorry, hard to find applicants for. Yeah, she gave one. She gave a singular week's notice. My first day of training was her last day. And if it wasn't for like the other legal assistants being really helpful, like I would have been fucked. Cause I literally almost like made some big mistakes. But literally I was able to recover, so I didn't make a big mistake. Pretty much the only thing I didn't do was making enough copies of files, because you have to make like a million copies of like the bill, and they go to specific people, and they go in this file, and they go in that file. But look, it's just filing, so it's not like they can't just like refile something or like copy something, as long as there's one here. So, and I wasn't, she didn't tell me that, so I didn't know. But I did a good enough job working with them for, I'd worked with them for 3 months over the summer. Apparently I did good enough that they wanted to hire me again, specifically to be the file lady, the upkeeper of the files for the litigation department. And if you don't know anything about law and law firms and how that works, litigation, they're the ones that go to trial. They do the big court cases. And the attorneys that I was legal assistant for, they do like estate planning, wills, essentially like what you do when you prepare for your imminent demise. That essentially that thing. So it'll be a good experience to work specifically with litigation, and also I'll be sort of like away from like some people. I'm on a different floor than them because litigation's like on a separate floor, so that'll be good. Because hopefully I can, because like when I was for that summer, I stayed because I knew like, okay, this is temporary. I will not be here forever. I'm going to stay out of the shit. And that's honestly the best method. Is even if you're there like full time and that's like your permanent job, stay out of the shit. Stay out of the drama and the fucking work politics. Stay out of that. So I stayed out of it as much as possible. And I don't know. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Like when like my official start is January. I'm doing training throughout this month to sort of like, I still know what to do in my official start. You know, I'm good to go. But I'm freaking out because I know shit's gonna hit the fan, because everybody else, like the other sections, are gonna be like, why don't we have someone specifically do our files? But it's kind of like, there's more of a need for litigation because they need to have current files. If they don't have a current file, if like their pleading binder isn't up to date when they go to trial, that could be the difference between winning a case and losing a case. So that's kind of why. Because with the estate planning, wills, stuff like that, you don't necessarily need 100% up-to-date planning every single time. But I don't know. I'm just happy because it's good money. Like, it's literally just $1 less than what I made as a legal assistant. And sorry, I'm trying to like think of words. But essentially, I only work 3 days a week, and it's a 5 hour day week. No, 5 hour day, 15-hour week. So I'm like trying to keep track of everything. It's trying to remember everything properly. But It'll be good because it'll be part-time. Because as much as I would love to just have all the time in the world to schedule shoots, I can't schedule a shoot every day. And if I do schedule a shoot every day, there's bound to be people that are like, oh, I have to reschedule. You know, work, and sometimes I'm just bullshitting because I don't feel like taking photos of a lady. Herpity derp derp. So it'll be good to have more stable income, and I don't have to freak out too much about whether or not I get a certain amount of jobs a week or a certain amount of paying jobs, because that's just stressful and it's annoying. Because I'm not going to say that I never do that, because there are times where I'm like, I can't shoot, I don't feel well, or something has happened and I cannot be there. And I try to give as much notice as I can, but when I do, when I'm like, I need to reschedule, I always say, what times are good for you? When would you like to reschedule? Like, with some of these photographers, like, I was talking about a specific one, by the way, and he's like, oh, I can't shoot, I need to reschedule, herp derp derp. And I literally have not heard from him since. And we'd worked before, and he was apparently so fucking ecstatic over work with me that I'm so awesome, and now it's like, because I was really sick and I had to reschedule, and then he's like, oh, work, I have to go out of town, so I need to reschedule. And I'm like, okay, when do you want to reschedule? I haven't heard from him since. So that's annoying. And it's annoying when photographers do that. It's annoying when anybody does that. Because when you have to, like, if you're relying on that job for that week, that's really annoying. So it'll be good to have stable income. And honestly, the fact that I will have, I mean, for the spring semester, I don't think I'm doing any classes, because I'm just going to focus on trying to get transfer stuff done. And hopefully I'll be able to transfer in the summer. Like, I have it specific, I have it like for the fall, but if you're for the fall, you can do a summer session, I think. At least some of the places I've applied to say you can do that. But essentially, I will have 3 days a week where I will only be able to, like, work nights, essentially, to do, like, a night shoot. And I'll have the weekends, and I'll have, like, part of depending on how I schedule, I'll have, like, part of Mondays, Wednesdays. So I'll have a very tight schedule, and apparently, like, the more, like shorter your schedule is, the more people want to work with you, is what I found. Like, the more you're just like, okay, I can work this time, or this time, and if you can't fit any of those times, looks like we're not working for like 2 months because I'm incredibly busy. Like, the more, like the less time you have to, like, schedule shoots, the more they're like, oh, well, I can work at this time. That's da 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 da. I don't know. I don't know what that's. I don't know. I guess it's like supply and demand. Like, there's less supply of me, so there's the demand is like, oh, rabble, rabble, rabble. That turned into like a thing about modeling. Sorry. This was supposed to be specifically about the new job. Yay, sparkles and sunshine. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm very happy to get the job. And that's essentially all I wanted to talk about. I was planning on making this short, but it's like not short, it's like 9 minutes. Sorry about that. But see you guys next time.